Hey, welcome to my channel. My name is Diane. Thank you so much for being with me today. Today we're going to be making a really old recipe that I have in one of my old cookbooks when I was back in the band years and years ago when I was like 16. And it's just a strawberry cake, but it is a very moist and delicious cake. You're going to love it. Let's get right to it. So we're going to start with one package of white cake mix. Any white cake mix that you want to use, you decide. And then to that we're going to add 3 tablespoons of flour. Don't ask me why, that's just what the recipe said, and of course that's what I did. And then there's the third one. All right, and then to that we're going to add 1 package of strawberry jello. So any brand you want to use, of course you choose the one that you want. In it goes. Then of course, I always like to stir mine together. And then to that we're going to add a half a cup of water, just plain water out of your faucet. And then we're going to add 1 cup of oil. Any kind of oil you decide you want to use is up to you. Alrighty, next we're going to add in our eggs, and it's 4 eggs. Yes, I know eggs are high right now, but we need these 4 eggs in there. People have been doing the substitutes, so if you're feeling a little froggy, go ahead and jump and use those substitutes, but I'm going to stick with the eggs, okay? Alright, and this is the last egg. That's 4 eggs. Alrighty, very, very good. So all of these ingredients go in here together. Then, my beater just fell out. I'm just using my hand mixer today. There we go. What the world? So we're going to begin to just blend this and get this all going. My husband is funny, y'all. That's why I'm such facial expressions. He's talking to me. But at any rate, love him. So we're going to mix all of this. Look at the beauty of it. It's already turning nice and strawberry pink on us. We're just going to continue to blend until we got it all incorporated. That'll take you a little while to do, maybe 3 to 4 minutes. And of course, we always want to scrape our bowl down. Never forget to scrape your bowl down when you are blending. So make sure you do a good job of scraping the bowl down. Then we have our strawberries. Those strawberries, that's probably about 14-ounce pack frozen strawberries that I have. You can use the fresh if you want, but I've added sugar to them to make them sweet. And we're going to be adding 3/4 cup of strawberries. Make sure you get the juice out of them, because we don't want to add any extra juice to the mix, because we've already added our liquid ingredients. So just make sure you get all the juice out of them, but you do want them to be sweet, unless you don't. So just make sure you remove all the juice. Okay, so we've got our strawberries in. Next we're going to blend them. It's going to break them up. Remember, these are sliced strawberries. So if you do find the frozen, the whole ones, go ahead and slice them up. It'll make them easier to blend. So we're going to blend all of this up and get it all nice and incorporated into our mix. And again, that's going to take you probably about another 3 to 4 minutes, maybe not that long, to get it all done. But when you eyeball it and see it, and that's okay if you have some whole pieces of strawberry, that'll be fine. Okay, so we got that all done. And again, we're going to do a scrape down of our bowl, get everything, and look at that. That looks really, really good. That's the way you want it to be. So now I've already greased and floured my pans, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to pour, get ready to pour our mix. There we is, all nice and greased. We're going to pour the mix over into it. Now, if you need to use a measuring cup to measure it out to make sure you get the same amount in your pans, of course, please, by all means, do that. But I've been at this game for quite a few years, and I can pretty much do a great guesstimate of how much I need to put in each pan. If you are new at this game, a new wife, new mother, or whatever, you go ahead and you measure them out so you can have the same amount in each pan. But I think I'll be okay. And so what if it's a little, one pan is a little bit bigger than the other? That's okay. You can always trim it if you want. I try not to trim mine, but anyway, now we're just going to go ahead and hit the bottom of my pans and kind of get them in there and flatten out the mix, and into the oven they go. All right, here we go. They've cooked, and look at that. That's where you want them. We're going to flip them out, let them cool. I did let them sit in the pan for about 5 minutes, and we're just going to flip them out, and let's see what they look like. Oh, that looks delicious, y'all. Look at that, look at that, look at that. Let's go ahead and get ready to flip the next one out. We're going to do the same thing and just turn it over, flip it out. Hope it comes out just as pretty as the first one. And boom, there it is. Great, great, great. That looks good. Let me show y'all up close, and so you can see the strawberries. You can already see them right here, but I want to show you up close. Look at that strawberry right there. And you can see the other ones too. All right, here we go. Move it on to the frosting. You're going to start out with a stick of butter, and we're going to be opening our butter and getting our butter. This has been softened. Not too soft. Don't let it set out too long. And let's go ahead and blend that up and get that blended up nice and good. We just want to make it easier to blend into our mix. And there's our butter. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to add in just 1 box of confectionery sugar, whatever you have on hand to use. Then we're going to go ahead and start blending that in. Start out low so you don't get a confectionery sugar bath, and then you can increase it. Now we're going to go back to the strawberries that we had left over, so because you should have strawberries left over from that 14-ounce package. Be careful not to put too much liquid in there, because we want to only add the strawberries. So you want to take your time and add strawberries and mix them in accordingly. This will take you a little bit of time to do. I don't know, maybe 5 to 7 minutes. And of course, we're going to want to do a scrape down. Scrape your bowl down very, very good. Being sure to get all of that deliciousness in there. We're going to add some more strawberries. We're going to use pretty much all of the strawberries that came in this 14-ounce pack. So it's 3/4 cups of strawberry that actually went into the cake mix, and then there's actually a 1/4 cup of strawberries that we use for the frosting. I just used them all because, you know, I had a couple left over, but I pretty much used them all. Then we're going to add in 1 drizzle or 1 tablespoon of that strawberry juice. So this is like our flavoring, and this is what's going to actually thin out our frosting mix. If it gets too thin for you and you have some extra confectionery sugar, just add that extra confectionery sugar into that to get it to the consistency that you want it at. And if you don't, just stick it in the fridge and it will start to stiffen and thicken up on you. So we're going to add in the rest of our strawberries. Of course, being careful not to add in too much of the juice or any of the juice. So now let's going to blend until we get this to the smooth consistency that we want it at. And hey, we are there. Let me show you what it looks like after I scrape this bowl down. There you go. Look at that. All nice, pretty, and pink. I did use this because I'm going to stick mine in the refrigerator. And also, that's a good thing to have when I'm taking cake somewhere and I don't want to leave my container. I just pull it off of that. Off of my container and leave the whole cardboard behind it. I just got those little rounds from Walmart. All right, here we go. We're going to frost this cake. I put it on my cardboard round, and we're going to go ahead and get our frosting on there and start to frosting it. I'll show you up nice and close. That looks so good. If you didn't want to frost the sides, because it doesn't make a lot of frosting, and you know, I do like a lot of frosting, but I did put it in the refrigerator in between the frosting of the bottom layer and the top layer. All right, mine looks really good, so I'm not going to do any trimming to it. That's fine. You can if you don't want the brown showing, but I really don't trim my cake. We leave that to the professionals. So I'm going to put in a small little layer on the side that I'm going to attach to my first layer. Just because I do. I don't know. I don't have any reason why. I just do it, okay? You do what you like to do, but this is what I normally do. And then we're just going to turn that up, and we're going to place that on our layer. There it is on the first layer. Nice, good. Give it a little smush down. And then we're going to start to frost our cake. The whole 2 layers, we're going to frost it. So it's pretty level looking to me. It looks pretty good. Like I said, if your frosting is too thin, just add some more confectionery sugar. If you don't have it, just put it in the refrigerator. And I did put my layers in the refrigerator. You know, I frosted the middle layer. I'm just going back so you can understand the process. I put it in the refrigerator, and then we're just going to do this coating and get the whole side of the cakes done. And we're going to frost a little bit on the top. And then after we get that, we're going to stick it in the refrigerator again, usually for 5 minutes. That's all it's going to take. And we're going to let that set in there for 5 minutes, take it out, and then we'll continue to frost the rest of the cake. So it's a process. You can skip it if you want to. I just find that it does better when you have a frosting like this. And it won't slip and slide on you as much. So this is a really moist and rich cake. I think you and your family are going to love it if you like strawberries. I would imagine you could do this with blueberries as well if you wanted to, but we have been enjoying this cake for many, many years. This came from the band boosters. The moms, they just submitted their recipes when I was in the band, and we came up with this cookbook to sell it. I think it sold for maybe $7.50 at the time. And so we sold them as the band members, and I think my mom got one, my mother-in-law got one. We just sold them to everybody in the family. You know, that's what we did. So here I have just a couple of strawberries left over, maybe 4, and I'm just going to place 3 right on the top. This is a slotted spoon that I have, ensuring that I get the juice out when I transfer to the mix and everything, and also on top of the cake. So we're just going to put 3 strawberries on top of that. Wow. I wish you could smell this cake. Wow, wow, wow. That is looking some kind of delicious. All right, here it is. Strawberry cake from the past. You got to try this. You're going to love it. Quick and easy recipe. Be sure to try it. Thank you all so much for joining me. Be blessed, and I'll see you real soon.